Go, go, go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the clout, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and get it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run the track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I must be through ass and all this really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it stick. Now we cooking in the stew, talking about this. I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quack, don't know it yet. Yeah, we ready for war. Anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dunking on like Shaq and them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, making it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but they showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is rain like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. All you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a banger whenever I'm walking in. Yeah, cause I go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. What's going on, everybody? Hey, TJ, if you don't like it, man, plain and simple, swipe away, my guy. Unfollow, do what you gotta do. We're back in at lunch in the lab with the one and only I am PhD, youth sports very own. I'm the professor, none lesser. Leave that stressor on the dresser. We're only here to apply pressure. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lunch in the lab. I know I'm a little bit late. Had some personal business to take care of earlier, but we are back talking about what happened this weekend. Saturday youth football, it went down all the way. All the way. D1, D2 going at it. As you can see, let's see, right there, added one more to the wall. Of course, I have ordered the boxes. They will be coming in within the next week or two. All of them go inside the shadow boxes along with this one right here. What's going on, Ronnie? Ronnie, don't start that stuff. I know, Ronnie. I know. Lunch in the lab, brunch in the lab, almost dinner in the lab. But I definitely want to come back and get with you guys. What's good, Craig Thompson? What's going on, man? How's my guy doing, man? I hope everything is well. Family is good. And it's all about the wood, baby. Y'all know what it is. What's happening, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. Everybody's laid back, relaxed. Back to the work week, right? Back to the grind, back to the practices. Ooh-wee. D1, D2, right here in Skyfa, SEC division, went down this weekend and continues to go down. We're only in week 3, and it's been ballers, man. It's been ballers trying to figure out some stuff right here. Boom. It's been some ballers, man. It has really been some ballers going on. We haven't been wrong about a game of the week as of yet. Speaking with Jay Williams last week, aka the commish, we turned around and wanted to see some D2 action. And to be honest with you, I can see a couple of more games coming in the near future when it comes to D2 and going and watching and giving some of those young student athletes the praise they so well deserve. Why not have the professor sit inside your skybox, man, to be able to shout you guys out? Come on, man. And as you guys know, coaches, be reminded, if you have a baller, if you have a player, I've sat there and I've called his name several times throughout the game of the week or any game that I'm announcing, please make sure I'll try to put out more about pulling that young man up in the booth. I have some very, very, very special helmet stickers for the back of their helmets that'll go on there. You guys will love them. will love them. A little bully ball and everything else going down. Some D2 action going on tomorrow at Gahagan. Oh my gosh. It's going down. Oh man. Gahagan. Listen, I kind of like Gahagan. I like Gahagan. I like what's going on with those boys over there. I like what's going on with there. I hope Gahagan's doing well. Somerville Youth Football League is out there doing its thing. Congratulations to them. Hope you guys are doing good. Let's get into a couple of the shout outs that we saw on the post earlier. 706 and EC Warhawks was going down this Saturday. The 8U, 10U, and 12U. 706 takes the 8U 30-0. In the 10U, 12-6 in double overtime. EC Warhawks take the dub on that one. Meanwhile, 24-0 on the 12U. 706 takes it 2-1 to 706. All right. So I'm writing down my notes. You guys know how I do. Moving on to Colleton County versus Bamberg. Colleton County versus Bamberg. It was the 8U, 10U, and 12U once again. Colleton County takes a full out sweep. And oh my goodness, the scores on these. On the 8U, 32-0. On the 10U, 36-0. And on the 12U, somebody flipped the scoreboard 52-8. Ooh wee. My goodness. My goodness. 52-8. The 12U takes it. Colleton County 3-0. Full out sweep. Now they said they was coming. They said they was coming. They said they was coming. We gonna see. They still got a little bit more work, but hey, listen. Shout out to Colleton County Cougars. You guys are doing out there, man. It's phenomenal out there in Walterboro, in the borough, doing their thing. Next, we go to Forts D2, which is the game. Well, let's start with the D1. I'm sorry. Let's start with the D1 against Woodland on the 6U. 32-14. Fort Dorchester takes the win on that. I believe I picked Woodland's 6U on there. Onto the 8U, 30-0 over the 8U. The 10U, hold on now, wait a minute. Couldn't have been just the 6. Cane Bay 10U D1 against Metro Word. Woo-wee! Oh, man. Come on, man. This score I have is wrong. Let me see. Let me try to, let me get to it. Bear with me just for 1 second. I don't want to put out any false information. Why it has 6-6 on there, we don't know. We're checking the other computer right about now. Let's see. Here it goes. It was 10U 0-6. Sorry, there you go. 0-6. Woodland takes the win on that one. And then on the 12U, 44-6. All right. Then moving on to the D2, which is the game that we saw, which was 8U, 10U, and 12U over at Berkeley. Shout out to Berkeley for making it such an enjoyable morning and afternoon, even though there was a little bit of rain. There was just a little bit of rain. It came down in droves. It was still a fun time to be had. It still was a fun time to be had. My man Michael Waits, a.k.a. the Bag Man, in the building. And unfortunately, I have games booked up all weekend. So I don't know. Me and the Bag Man we might, if I can get the list, Bag Man, we might jump up in there Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday, and do the picks and everything because I have bookings on Thursday and Friday night. Mark Hart in the building. Hey, man, listen, I was just saying it, right? You heard me? Shout out to Berkeley, man, for a great, great time. They had everything set up by the time I got there. So we went ahead and we just threw some extra in. All right, we threw some 6U in there, stuff like that. Listen, that's the type of person I am. Believe it or not, I don't care what you heard. But we had a great time at Berkeley. And there was some heck of a games, man. In the 8U division, Berkeley takes the win 42-8 over Fort Dorchester's D2. All right. Then on the 10U, 14-0 over Fort Dorchester. And then Fort Dorchester comes back with the 12U, 14-6. Now, let me say the 6U game played against Cane Bay. Okay, 6U played against Cane Bay, and that was actually a pretty interesting game. Cane Bay, They pretty tough. They pretty tough. They pretty tough. You got to hang in there a little bit with Cane Bay. So those boys balled out. But congratulations to Cane Bay on that win. The 6U, let me put that down on the 6U winning. Totally forgot the score. I want to say 30-0. I want to say 30-0 is what the score was. Definitely all good games across the board. Now, I know sometimes you guys look at the scores and you may think to yourself, wow, that's a blowout, that's this, that's that. And not always is that the case. Okay. And this game that I went and saw, the games that I went and saw, D2, Berkeley versus Fort, was definitely not one of those games. It was great defense on both sides, especially that 14-0. Great defense on both sides. I've seen a kid on student athlete, let me say that, on Fort Dorchester's D2. Okay. That game would have been totally different had it not been for that dog, number 22. Telling you. I'm telling you. Somebody got to find me. I got to sit down. I got to get a picture with that kid. I got to talk with that kid. I need to interview with that kid. D2, call it D2, D1, all that stuff doesn't matter, man. These kids are out there balling. Period. Period. Right? Student athlete is a student athlete. And if you know me, it's PhD, players having development. Doesn't matter if it's D1 or D2. Because I'm telling you, that young man right there balled out. Two, not one, but two touchdown saving tackles. Two of them that would have changed the whole outcome of that game. It would have. The momentum would have shifted. Everything would have possibly would have went left. But from the way it was going, it would have been. It would have been. Listen, no, listen. I said it, man, but I can't get mad at it. I can't get mad at it. Let me tell you why, Nas. We can have this conversation real quick, or at least one. Well, we can both have the conversation real quick. You know how I feel about these young student athletes. And then sometimes when this D1 and D2 was coming out, in my mind, I'm like, well, somebody's going to sandbag a couple players to sit down. But why? Why? Why would you sandbag a couple players to play D2 versus D1? Because you wanted D2 that bad? No, the D2 is strictly for development. There's maybe a couple of things in that young student athlete that he just doesn't have down yet, or you just might have too many running backs, which is not a problem when it comes to your D1. You can always get fresh legs in there in rotation. I see that young student athlete coming up and making some noise, man. You know what I mean? Okay, Victor Jackson, 22 and 12. You was Tyler. Tyler, it don't say his last name, Victor, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Don't say his last name. I got you. Yep, for Fort. I know exactly what you're talking about. Tyler, look, Tyler the Great is what you might as well call him. That young student athlete, 2 times, was well behind the play and ran down Berkeley's running back. 2 different times. Touchdown saving tackles. One of those was called back after a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, both ways, it was it. Real talk, our visions. There we go. Real talk, our visions was to keep some studs on D2, excuse me, DT, on D2 to make sure they were competitive. We want state titles in D1 and he meant to put D1 and D2. I know what he meant. D1 and D2. Woo! Hold on now. Hold on. Y'all gonna make me turn around and do. I got to figure out what is going on inside Nas's head. Ooh, wait. Listen. First of all, if you have a D1 and a D2 in this league nowadays, congratulations. Congratulations. Because you have to have plenty of players. I understand a lot of them don't have the 6U, and that's fine. That's fine. Some don't have the 6U, but if you had an 8, 10, and a 12 on your roster, come on, man. It's like fish in a barrel. Antoine said, when we gonna get you to Florence? Hey, listen, man, we gotta talk to Jay. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? I saw your 706 already did that. I got it. Uh-oh. Ooh, hey, listen. Ooh. They put up some numbers. I ain't gonna lie. They put up some numbers. If it has to come back to them two again, then it's gonna be right. Raymond Jones asked how many touchdowns you got to get called back in a game for it to look wild. serious question. Ooh. Woo. All right. To be honest with you, if it is 6U or 8U, I'm kind of like, you'll get them, but it gets more frustrating than anything. And I understand what you say by look wild, right? It looks crazy. It looks lopsided, Raymond. But I would think it would have to be in the 10s and 12s for me to really, really look at it and then kind of not really point the finger, but like wonder, hey, what's the coaches got going on? Like, the a major penalty that happens in everybody's youth football is the play is already gone, and this kid over here decides to throw one more block, just throw in that shot, and that kills it. That kills it. Another thing is holding. When a young student athlete tries to go one way, turns around and changes direction and goes the other way, man, listen, I'm telling you, holding is coming. Holding is coming. Uh, let's see. Oh, hold on now. I don't want to do that. 12 in 2 games, 36 points called back in the 12U. All right, Raymond, I'd have to almost, I'd be looking at the discipline part about it. And it may not be that. It simply may not be that. Let's look at techniques and little things like that because, first of all, you want to make sure that you're 100% correct in saying that my kids do not block like that. All right? I'm not saying that they do, but when you go to the referee and you say it is not happening, like it's not possible because we don't teach that, then we have to start looking at the student athlete and finding out and have somebody hone in on them and watch them, right? Your offensive line coach should be watching them anyway, or at least for what he can see. Everybody take a step back. All right, stop watching the game side to side right there where you're at. Take 10 to 15 yards back, ladies and gentlemen, and watch the game from there, especially if you're calling the game's offensive coordinator game. All right, and look at it that way. All right, last game of the year. Uh-oh. Last game of the year, 706 versus Flowtown. Flowtown Elite in the building could be for the Big Sky Championship. Well, man, listen, it looks like you have to get me a date, right? You better hope you're gonna be there. You better get there. You better get there. If you are, then hey, we can definitely talk about it. We're looking at some dates that are already locked in. If you guys know Jay, then you know Jay is that's my dog, as I call him my nephew. But Jay, he's a little stingy when it comes to the Low Country. But this year we are traveling a couple of times, so he might be in a giving mood. You never know. I'm pretty sure if we get a date now, we can talk to him. Uh, right, Mike. And I was saying the same thing. A lot of that stuff. Once the play already passes, let those student athletes know. Hey, let it go. Let it go. Let go of your blocks. Let go of any extra hits you want to put in. I know a kid probably done rubbed you the wrong way or something like that, but just simply let it go. Let it go. Let those plays keep on going. All right. I'm pretty sure that's that may be. That may be Raymond. That may be what's happening. Those last little extra hits, that little the crackback, right? That is like illegal now, especially on the high school level. So I do know for a fact that 95% of the rules that are on high school is followed by Skyfa also. It's a great deal. Exception of the live punts and some of the stuff, you can walk off and things like that, really minute things. But other than that, they go by the high school rules. So I know that crackback, even if you're going down and you turn around to come back, some referees may be letting it slide, but I know as far as high school, you can't even come back now, right, to get that extra shot off. And the kid trying to chase down another one, and you go and you come back trying to hit him, that is illegal. All right, it's almost like hitting a defensive player. But if you know me, you know my motto. I've told my sons, I've told all my kids, bunkie down, head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel at all times. All right. Moving on to some more D2 action. It was Cross versus the Rams. And let me tell you, ooh-wee, Michael Waits. Woo-hoo. We were so wrong. Shout out to Cross. That's right, Big Cross, not the little one. Big Cross comes out and takes the 8U 28-0. The 10U 28-8, and the 12U falls short 24-0. But Big Cross takes it 2 games to 1. All right, going across. I got you, fellas. All right, all right. Also, let's see, 1, 2, and 3 games to 1 for Fort on D1 over Woodland. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Listen, huh? Cross. I think Cross recruiting, recruiting, recruiting is might be a bigger deal with Cross because you're talking still post pandemic. Some people, some people are still not letting their student athletes get out there and play. Their kids get out there and play because of COVID. All right. So, we cannot be surprised. The majority, yeah, they're getting out there, but there's still some that just don't do it. Maybe the child's too young. Maybe they think the child, the student athlete, is too small. Who knows? Who knows? Moving on to D2, Stratford. Stratford taking the, wow, my gosh. Stratford taking a full sweep 3-0 over Cane Bay's D2. The 10U was forfeited. Don't know why. Maybe we'll find out something later on down the road. Michael Waits, you're more than welcome to chime in. But the 6U, excuse me, the 8U, 6-0, excuse me, Stratford taking the win. 10U was a forfeit. 12U, 22-6. Stratford coming in, doing their thing. Shout out to Stratford, taking it. Shout out to Stratford. Also, special shout outs. West Ashley gets a full sweep over the EC Warhawks. Huh? Now, I know. Now, this is where I get confused at, and I'm going to break it down to you. Maybe, maybe. We had to forfeit due to a misunderstanding. Now, that's a Bagman answer right there. Don't get into it. Don't talk about it. We'll see you Wednesday. This D2. It was D2. It was D2. It was D2. But listen, they all count. Ask Nas. They all count. Right? He's splitting up town. We gotta sit down with him and pick his brain. Find out where this thing's going. All right. I the big 4-6. Big Fort 6U. Hey, nephew. Okay. Okay, you fixed it. You fixed it. You fixed it. I give it to you. Miscommunication, whatever you had last week, definitely didn't bring it to the table this week. All right. Shout out to the Knights. Shout out definitely to the Knights, man. Listen, another organization that if you're sitting back there watching it, you're watching as if you are you're literally a fan of the game. As myself, you're watching, you're seeing the growth happen right before your very eyes. Okay, take a look back. Stratford didn't have numbers. Did not have numbers, much less they had some student athletes, they had some talent, but they didn't have the numbers. A lot of those guys last year were playing up, so they could play full out games. Okay, so for them to come out there this year and make some noise a little bit, they look decent, really decent in 77. All right, Low Country Football Group, but now they're coming out, putting on the pads, and make a little bit of noise in the D2. All right, they'll take it. They'll take it. Shout out to Dennis Clinton for doing his thing out there, and all the Stratford Knights, the staff, the affiliates, the organization as a whole. Shout out to y'all, man, and congratulations on the big 3-0 win. I know that hyped them up. West Ashley, like I said, West Ashley took the full sweep. Now, this is one thing I've got to know. I said they made a lot of noise. Yeah, they made a lot of noise. On that one, they did. Yeah, there you go. I've seen more people stay in Stratford than go to other orgs. Also, them being D2 helps that program. They're working over there, regardless of what it looks like. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better myself. That is absolutely correct. They're working and they're working under the radar. They don't talk too much on social media. They don't always have to win. But like I tell you guys all the time, it's bigger than the game. It's bigger than the game. So even if you're getting out there and you're making noise through your community and you're doing what you're supposed to do, You're winning. You're winning with these young student athletes. You're keeping a lot of these kids off the streets from going and making stupid and bad decisions. So congratulations, you're actually doing that. When these teams take on, and I'm gonna remember this when it comes to the picks. All right, Michael, take notes back, man. Um, so I picked West Ashley winning 2, EC Warhawks winning 1, but it should have just been the overall. And I can go to my notes and tell you exactly. I'm writing it down right here. When a team has, they played at Lucy Beckham, 706, and West Ashley at East Cooper. Um, that's I think I just need to pick 2, right, Mike? I pick 2 out of the 3 orgs that we think is going to take the overall, right? Because if that is D1 and D2, we normally don't know it with the list that I get. It doesn't specify D1 or D2. All right, that's what it's all about. Definitely all about the youth, man. Come on, man. Development, PhD. Players having development. I sure don't hear it from Shaq for real, man. Anyone check on Stall? Ariel, you trying to be funny now. Now you trying to be messy. Now you trying to be messy. I believe didn't Stall won one. Hey, big Cross, not the little one. Shout outs to Cross. Hey, listen, Devontae, don't tell them people I still live here. I still live here, man. I got love for y'all out here in Cross, man. All right. It's just mad love, man. No, I didn't pick you. I got to come out and see these guys because there's got to be something going on. I know it ain't in the water. I know because I know the water out here. Nobody drinks it. It can't be in the water. Better not be in the water. I better not drink them kids that water out here. EC Warhawks was fun games this past weekend. Hey, shout out to you, Antonio. Hey, great job, man. Hey, that's what it's all about. Stall did win. Trell, appreciate you. Stall did win 12U 20-14, but the Hawks took the rest of the games. Listen, you got to start somewhere, Trell. You got to start somewhere. Come on, man. Come on. Take that win. Walk with it. Now these guys, I think what it is some of these teams who are not used to winning. Let's be real. Come on now. You know me. You know me. The teams that are not used to winning, you have to get used to being some dogs every now and then. Get that win, and it doesn't matter who you play, right? Everybody wants to beat Fort. Everybody wants to beat the Raiders. Everybody wants to beat Woodland. Everybody wants to beat Cane Bay. Everybody wants to beat this or that. Play the teams that you're playing. Win, learn how to win. Then I guarantee you it'll start getting better. All right? Yeah, they win one. One I missed, but they are making a lot. Yeah, they were making a lot of noise. Definitely. Egg water. You know, egg water good for them kids. You better not give them kids. Oh man, I know all about it too much because I live out here. Hey, listen, yes, sir. It was a good physical game between the Hawks and Stall. I think everybody needs that, right? The Hawks, Stall, Baptist Hill, plenty of teams out here that need to get that bump for the next year or two. Okay, get your organization, treat it like a business. Treat your organization like a business. Guarantee. Guarantee. And even Nas, look at that. See? Come on, man. You get this is what I'm talking about now. This is what I'm talking about. Now he's not hard nosed, right? Very approachable guy, Nas is. But listen, you get a shout out from him, and that's coming from this guy, man, who creates stuff like this. With Fort Dort, come on, man. For the Patriots, come on. Right? He's giving a shout out right there. Shout out to Stall on their first win, right? Maybe get a couple more in there, slide a couple more in there, and be contenders. All right, that's exactly what we're looking forward to. But like I was saying, I think I'm just Mike. We got to start picking one or two. Not Nas is don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. My partner, you just think he looks like that. That's his resting face. That's his resting face. That's his resting face, man. He's good. He is approachable. He is approachable. Now, listen, he's about the rules. If you want to talk rules, you talk rules. If you approach him like, a human being, and maybe I don't want to say this situation has ever happened, but I'm saying this. If you ever possibly missing an ID or you might have misplaced an ID, you let him go meet the kid and talk to the kid and stuff like that. I believe he's probably one of the first ones that'll tell you go ahead and run it. He'll tell you go ahead and run it, right? As long as the kid's not, if it's at 12U, depends on how big, what this boy look like. He might be like, nah, go get your stuff. Yeah, I know, yeah, he's cool. Carleton County, AU tough. Listen, Carleton County did their thing. 32-0, fam. Brandon, what you guys doing over there? Cross versus Holly Hill. Uh-oh. Ooh. Cross Billy. Hey, you ain't lying. Holly Hill Hawks. October 15th. I gotta look at that date. I might have something. Yeah, how many people want to be. Oh, look, I don't know. Look, see, I let a kid rock this week who wasn't on Sports Thread and had no ID. I think, listen, it's about how you approach the situation. It's just simply how you approach the situation. That's with anything, referees included. If you holler, curse, yell at a referee, and doing all that crazy wild stuff, you cannot, you cannot expect that referee to come back later on and say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give you one back. Come on, man, cut it out. See, yeah. Like each of us directors, cool. It ain't, man. I line it up pretty much. I think I can almost speak for a lot of them, man. A lot of the directors, a lot of them would say yeah. A lot of them would say yeah, depending on the situation. But like Nas just pointed out, if you're on the sports thread, you don't have to worry about it, right? That information's already been turned in. Excuse me, should have already been turned in. So if you're right there, all you should be able to do is have to look on the sports thread, look up the name, get some of the information, the date of birth, of course, and keep it pushing. That's exactly how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. Also, shout out to 8U Capital City Vipers taking the win over Somerville in overtime. Ooh, a lot of overtime going on. And I kind of like the rule of overtime, what they've been doing lately. Also, running clock. Did running clock number go down? That's just for me personally. I could have swore at one time it was 28. Then I thought it was 26. Now it's 24. Uh, Nas, Mike, somebody chime in. I know it's 24 now, but it did change. I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy in thinking so that it changed. Not too many more subjects going on. You guys have been doing a great job. Don't forget that we are using it's 24. I mean, I know it's 24 now, but I could have sworn at one time it was like 28 or something like that. But 24 is a nice number. Little 87 gas, Okay, all right. Little OT. It was always 24. Okay. It could, hey, might have been me. I thought it was something a little bit different. All good. But this is what I got you guys for. That's exactly what I got you guys for. I keep it in my notes, but that's exactly what I got y'all for. All right. Coming up this week, we will see. Of course, you guys know I make the call, but because the schedule is going to get crazy busy, we probably make that call tomorrow to my man Jay Williams. Find out what is our options for game of the week. Excuse me. What is our options for game of the week? Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we do have sponsors. Rare Flex Apparel. That's right. You make it rare so you can flex. Also, High Star Hoops in the building. You can follow them, like, share on Facebook. Tropical Italian Ice, Philly Ice with a Southern charm. You want to get out some of that aggression? Go to Paintball of Charleston. There's the number right there. Schedule your appointment. Get you a team together. Let's see what you got. Also, my man, Charleston Eat Barbecue in the house. Ooh, listen, the catering, we definitely got to get him. I'm definitely got to get him to cater one of those round tables or something like that. Also, Jessica Hood Photography. Get some of those pictures, get some of those memories that you needed, that you want. Put right in your very own hands, get them blown up, do what you got to do. Cannot forget my man, the graphic goat himself. That's right. Flicks the graphics is my man, the graphic goat in the building. Q Williams. How you feel? Also, you need to get some of that sweat equity in. Try out the factory, sports and fitness. Ain't nobody known. You've been look. You forgot to shout me out. I'm an official rep. You couldn't even make it to the booth. You got to come into the booth first before you get the official referee. Cut that stuff out. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget, it's In the Lab with the Professor on YouTube. We'll be back there more often, especially with the game of the week, so you guys can have something to watch time and time again. Also, Low Country Football Group in the building. Make sure you guys keep up with them. Bar on the Ave. Ooh, wee. Perfect actor spot for those games that you played all day long. Chameleons Media, Sean Doby, the one and only. Check him out. Like, share, follow on Facebook. Also, my man DJ Tank in the house. Book him, follow him, and you can find him on my page. All right, because we'll have a lot going on with him. And last but not least, for the grown folks, Lux Cigar Lounge, located in beautiful Monk's Corner. All right. Listen, we've had a great time. Oh, hold on. Ladies, even for you, we got my man Reagan Cobb. Reagan Cobb, the makeup artist tree. All right. Get your face beat. What would say? Get your face beat? I don't know if that's politically correct. Get your makeup get your makeup done. Get your makeup done by Reagan Cobb. You can call him up, find him on Facebook, like, share, tell a friend to tag two more friends. Also, Dre's Lawn Maintenance. Get him in at 843-568-3669. All right. And let's see. Bonnet Welding and Fabrication is in there. We got In the Lab. A little bit of everything going on, man. Y'all know what it is. It's your guy. Boom, and right back at it. Having a great time with Game of the Week thus far. You guys have been tremendous. The crowds have been great. And we did try. Y'all need to start giving a shout out to the concession stands and or food trucks. Whoever's out there. All right, because we need to know. We need to know who's got that jumping. Nas has already cheated with his. Because that food truck, if you still got that food truck coming out there, well, just throw a side note. How about that color? Oh my gosh, Teresa, you know, I could talk, we could talk college for a second. Please let's not talk pro. Golly. Y'all know my team. Oh my goodness. Let's talk college first. First of all, shout out to Deion Sanders, Prime Time, Coach Prime, for leading those boys 2-0 right about now. Colorado doing their thing. How can you be mad at it? You can't get mad at that. You can't get mad at that. Yeah, Woodland did play. Woodland did play. You missed it. Woodland did play. They lost to Fort Dorchester 3 out of 4. They won the 10U division. But 3 out of 4 they lost. Okay. Shout out to Coach Prime for doing his thing. I just think that's what he needed. If any coach on any level, because there's a lot of it happening right here with the youth level, that some of these coaches are going on to bigger, I'll say better things, just going on to bigger things. One of those things being high school. Oh, you talking about the food? Somebody, yeah, they won the 10U, but the food wise, ooh, if they were at Woodland, I don't know, but I tell you one thing: if J Mama get on that fish, y'all in trouble. If J Mama get on that fish, y'all in trouble. I don't know if they did it, but if his mama get on that fish, y'all in trouble. It's game over because that thing can't listen. You know how you go to one of those fish spots or one of those seafood places, and that fish comes out hot every time. That's exactly how she was pumping them out. Last I remember, she was killing on the fish baskets. But we did Berkeley cheeseburger, decent fries. Other than that, it was a good time. They was out there cooking, grilling. So we will give Berkeley a 7 out of 10. It was a good time. They took care of us all the way through, like everybody has been. And thank you for everybody who does make sure that we eating, so forth and so on. To make sure we have drinks, whatever that we need up there in the skybox. We appreciate it. Don't be like Nas. Nas, I'm gonna get you. Nas left me for Beyonce, literally. left me for Beyonce. I don't know if I'm mad or if I can say I understand. But either way, I did go down and get something to eat. William, see, that's what we ain't gonna do. We're gonna start banning people, especially the Dallas Cowboy fans, from the show. All right. I can't even say. Shout out Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations, beating my Giants. I don't even think they got off the plane. I don't even think they got off the plane. I know. Come on now, they're not about to drag. They drag them. They ate you 32-14. 6U. Oh, they ate you 30-0. Yeah, that was a beating. That was a beating. That was a beating. I wish you was there this weekend. They flew. Oh, 0 out of 10. Ooh wee. Golly, it we them boy. I don't want to eat. What you about to make me cut my own shoe short? Golly, Tab, you can't use my. Don't do us like that. Giving donuts in the NFL. Giving donuts in the NFL is about embarrassing and ridiculous. There's no way. No way. I watched who did I watch? I watched the game the other day. They were sitting there just kicking field goals left and right. Impressed I'm with you, John. Very much disappointment, Three. Very much so. We got one job all season. I don't care who your team is. Beat Dallas. That's it. I'm a Giant fan, and I'm a Georgia Bulldog, by the way. All right, as if you didn't know, you see it behind me. But that's come on, William. We know the score. You ain't got to do all that. Well, come on now. Q Scott says, but Woodland holding on to that number one spot. Listen, I said that in the beginning that I thought that TU had something special. All right, I still say it. There's a few teams out there that's special, but they gonna get battle tested against Fort 6-0. That's still a battle test, right? You take on Fort. Now it could be Fort's D1 or D2, and you're kind of getting battle tested. So I see it. I see it. Those guys gonna have some big things coming up. Got some big things coming up. We're gonna see. It's gonna come down to the playoffs. In this division and this league, it is very hard to walk away with 2 losses and still make it into the playoffs, especially in that D1. All right, very hard to walk away with 2 losses and still make it in the playoffs. So if everybody's playing in your division play, you're really trying to hold on tight. You're really trying to hold on tight. All right. So y'all know what it is, man. PhD U Sports, along with our affiliates and everybody who we just named and went through. We appreciate you all. Game of the week coming up. Also, we have Thursday night at Goose Creek High School. We'll be calling the B team game. It's going down this Thursday at Goose Creek, home of the Gators. Then Friday night, we flip the script and we back inside the Northwood Academy Chargers is back home this week. Hilton Head. Speaking of battle tested, that's going to be the one. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. The team right now is 3-0. Can they stay that way? Can they stay undefeated? Like Stevie Wonder says, we going to see. Then on to Saturday. Saturday, one of my favorites, right, is game of the week. That will be to be determined here momentarily. Between today and tomorrow, we'll definitely let you know who is game of the week and where we will be. For all your support and all your love, we salute. We appreciate you. Thank y'all very much. Lunch in the Lab. I know we was running a little bit late. Shout out to everybody who's always commenting, who's always watching the show. I know I was running late today, but I appreciate you nonetheless. For all the support, don't forget, get your pictures, man. Make sure you come up and see me, say hello. Tell the student athletes, come say hello. But just know, if I'm on the mic and I'm working at the time, all right, I'm gonna seem, I don't want to say agitated, but I'm also trying to give everybody what they deserve. All right. My man Tyrone Clary in the building. He already knows. I just said it. Thursday night. We in the creek, baby. We in the creek, baby. We're gonna see how them Gators do. That B team. B team, we in the house come this Thursday night. All right, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're booked and never overlooked. Y'all know what it is, man. PhD is bigger than the game. Coach Randy. I never heard about Nobody chimed in on mine about the Raiders. The Raiders went out of town, did their thing, and then they have Woodland this week. Ooh-wee. They stayed. They stayed battle. They stayed battling. Kristen Wilson, what's up, man? Kristen, I was telling Devontae, don't take it personal. No, I did not pick Cross, but you know what? I got love for y'all. I got love for y'all. I really, really do. I love what you guys are doing. And somebody said, Randy Jackson, go to bed. It ain't that man that time. Leave my uncle alone. Cross pulled out the win. Hey, big one, big one, big one over the Rams. The 12U, of course, you guys got a little bit of work, and that's fine. But I think it's about the development. Two games, 28 points to 28-0, 28-8. Congratulations. Congratulations. Shantae, you see it in it. You see it in it. I told you, I got to order the shadow, but them things don't come fast enough. Huh? It don't come fast enough. My homegirl's been trying, T-Flash, Miss Kayla, has been trying to get me this jersey for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. For those who don't know, the young lady, T-Flash, this is a young lady, right? Girls is players too. This is a young lady's jersey that I've been asking about. She said she wanted to donate that one to me. So I said I'm going to get the shadow box and put it in there and do what it do. All right, so we definitely going to get it out there. I told you all I would put it up. I definitely got to keep my word. Definitely got to keep my word, especially when it comes to the youth student athletes. All right? So y'all know what it is, man. Stay up. Be safe out there. Have a great week in practice, great week at work. Swamps 12U. Uh-oh. That's who, you know what? And I wanted to come see that game, Tabby. But boy, oh boy, it's hard to call a 41 or nothing. It's hard to call that. Congratulations. Oh, man, you dang right. Well, my stomach, Kristen, don't start that stuff on here. Always a pleasure with you, man. And always get a laugh out of that dude. You guys ever see me and Kristen go back and forth? We tag each other on this one dude who does these videos between the TikToks and everything else. You just gotta laugh, man. Laughter is definitely the medicine. All right, love is the key. Y'all make sure y'all